Hi everybody, Chris here from Modern Vedic Astrology. Looking at the markets for the next week. It's Monday, June 1st. Making this video in the noon hour. Markets are fairly flat in the US at the moment. I suggested in last week's video that stocks were more likely to be negative due to the conjunction between Mercury here and Mars at 16 degrees of Taurus. That conjunction was exact on Wednesday, although there was a wider alignment with the north node of the moon here, Rahu, and Neptune, both around that 14 to 16 degree areas of their respective signs, and I thought that would be fairly negative overall, although ironically on the day of the exact conjunction markets actually rose, but the week was negative as a whole in most markets. So this week, what can we look forward to? We still have Jupiter here at 22 Cancer, applying to its 120 degree aspect with Uranus at 25 Pisces. That's going to be exact later on in June. I think generally that will give a kind of supportive energy for stocks and most asset classes, actually. This week, though, seems a little more mixed. I don't think there's a lot of strong indications either way. The things that stand out to me, though, look a little negative, actually. Today, I'm not sure how it's going to end up. Got that Moon-Saturn conjunction that's going to be exact later on in the afternoon. That's often negative, but nothing I'd want to bet heavily on. Tomorrow is more interesting to me. We have a full moon occurring right around the noon hour on Tuesday, June 2nd. See the sun here, 17 Taurus, moon at 17 Scorpio. These are sidereal placements, by the way, because I use the sidereal zodiac, which is commonly used in India. Full moons by themselves aren't negative, just to clarify, but what makes this one look a little more negative in its bias is that the sun is close to Mars, and hence the Moon-Mars opposition is often an indication of negative sentiment, which can cause some selling to take place. I would think, therefore, that you more likely have a negative day in Europe and America. I'm not sure about Asia necessarily, because you don't get the opposition won't be as tight when those markets in, say, India and China are open. But I would think that there is the probability of some selling is higher tomorrow or Tuesday. Wednesday and Thursday, really harder to say. Nothing stands out to me. I wouldn't expect huge moves, but it's conceivable. You do have Mercury in a close trine aspect with the north lunar node, Rahu. Mercury here is at 12 Taurus. Rahu is just at 13 Virgo. It's not a great aspect. It's not a strongly indicative of a big move either way, but it does suggest some kind of unsettled character to the market. Maybe that's a reference to the situation ongoing in the negotiations between Greece and the EU as they try to hammer out a deal before the first deadline of a debt repayment on Friday, I believe, June 5th. Interestingly, we've got a couple of suspect aspects happening on Friday. Venus is moving in very closely to a 120 degree aspect with Saturn at 6 Scorpio. That's not a hugely negative combination, but for my money, it's not positive either. So it weighs the scales a bit, tips the scales a bit to the downside. And then you have this Mars-Jupiter sextile, not a full-strength aspect in Vedic parlance, but it's still, anytime you have Mars in the equation, it tends to boost the likelihood of negativity, although gains are still possible, obviously, because these things are indeterminate, but they have kind of a built-in bias, if you will. So the end of the week, I would say maybe is a little bearish looking. And then with that Tuesday, the likelihood of bearish bias on Tuesday, maybe the week is quite mixed, maybe choppy. I don't know how we can best describe it. I'd be surprised if the market moved a lot either way here in the States or Europe. But there is a certain downside risk that is higher here at the same time. Okay, well, that's it for this video. That's it for the week. Have a good week, and talk to you soon. All right.